time, I talk about the history of graduation, what commencement means, and I really try to inspire our graduates to go out into the world and continue their successes. But my staff told me to stop being so boring and come up with something better. So here it goes. Graduates, do any of you watch reality TV shows? Okay, I don't. But let's try to imagine the last few years of college in terms of reality television. So I'm taking a wild guess that your first quarter in college, you were thrown into a foreign environment and forced to get along with a diverse population of students ranging from different ethnicities and backgrounds. You didn't know anyone, and you probably had to ask for directions to an office or classroom. So let's call that first quarter lost. Later, you tried to make friends and fit in with the gang, and you probably had to change a couple of things about yourself in order to get along with a couple people. We'll call that experience your extreme makeover. I'm guessing that for those of you who are single, dating probably resembled a couple other reality TV shows. Because some of you could have been excited to go out with the contender, only to find him to be the biggest loser because he was just an average Joe. But others may have found their temptation island. How about some of those class projects? You're trying to work, go to college, have a little fun, and your professor drops a project on you right before the weekend. So you try to get that done and still follow through with your dating or partying plans, and you realize it's going to be an amazing race. But you finish it, you feel pretty good about handing it in, and then next week your professor asks you to stay after class to discuss it. Now you're thinking, you know, I did a pretty good job, but maybe the professor's thinking, are you smarter than a fifth grader? And then you find out what it's like to be on the Apprentice. Because in his best Donald Trump voice, he says, you failed. Final exams. They could be like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Instead of winning money, you're trying to make grades. And you remember that guy in the back, the class nerd, always getting aces on his test? Ever think how he do it? How about your session with financial aid? Remind anybody of Deal or No Deal? Parties on the weekends. You go there all alone and it's like Fear Factor. But then it gets a little exciting and maybe a little out of control and turns into Cops. Well, in a few minutes, you're all going to get your diplomas. You've completed your requirements in spite of numerous distractions. To me, and the entire staff and faculty of Northwestern College, you're all survivors. And being here today has shown us that America's got talent. When you leave here today and go out there in the world of work, don't worry about anybody's scare tactics. Whether you land your dream job or discover you're working in one of America's toughest jobs, take the knowledge and skills you've learned so well these past few years and become treasure hunters. And do very well. I know you can. Because to all of us here at Northwestern College, you are truly American idols. Oh.